Okay, everyone can hear me? Good morning, good morning. First of all, Thomas and Rico, thank you so much. You've done just an amazing job, and I'm very, very impressed, and obviously very excited to see all of you. So thank you very much. So before we get started, Rico has been just a tremendous help and a tremendous individual that has helped us significantly in 2008 and now in 2009. So Rico, with that, in appreciation of your efforts and dedication to the Magento community, we present you this. Thank you. All right, well, let's get started. Thank you, everyone, for coming. It's very exciting for us to be here, and obviously very exciting to see a lot of the interest here in the German market. This is our third stop. We just came from France, where we spent a good few days, and before that, we came from Amsterdam area in Utrecht. Spent a few days and really saw the opportunity for Magento in the European market. And that for us is extremely exciting. We've seen just a tremendous amount of interest across the board. I think this audience here just shows how much of an opportunity we have. And we're even more excited to see really the passion for the product, the community that's building behind it. And we'll spend the next few minutes just talking about where we are, a little bit of the background that led to where Magento is today, and some of the exciting plans for the future. So before we get started, I'll just introduce myself, and I'll say a few words about who I am. My name is Roy Rubin. I am the founder and CEO of Varian. I founded the company in 2001, and I started the company back then as a traditional web consultancy, web development company that did much of everything. So we weren't really focused. We did content management systems. We did e-commerce systems, basically anything and everything that came through the door. And we didn't have a focus to our business, and that's something that concerned me, obviously, as the business grew. And I wanted to really get a good understanding of the market and really focus our staff, focus our experience within a specific discipline. Later in 2004, we really began focusing on e-commerce, and specifically open source e-commerce. Worked with other platforms, and really started working with enterprise-grade clients. And as the expectations from what our clients were demanding from us and from their businesses grew, we understood very well that working with existing solutions in the market is just not going to be a feasible and long-lasting proposition for our business. We're really coming to an end in many cases, an end in which we felt we could no longer really work with open source e-commerce platforms given the size of clients that were coming in through the door. We got a lot of experience, built a very strong team. In time, became one of the leading open source e-commerce consulting companies in the United States. But again, existing platforms just weren't going to cut it. And that frustrated us. I know it's been frustrating for you. And that's something that we spent a good deal of time thinking about what we need as a business, what the market needs as a product really to grow and to take a very exciting initiative and sustain businesses for the long run. So 2006 was a lot of talking, and I'm sure many of you that have done that as well. You talk a lot, you do very little. We're no different. And we spent 2006 talking, really looking at the market, understanding what the opportunity is for a product like this, what the opportunity is for a company like ours. And in 2007, we said, enough talking, let's get to work. And we did that. And in early 2007, we started putting together a team, small team, that really understood very well, and we as a company understood very well what we wanted and what we expected. And that team grew. And in mid-2007, we had a larger team. And we came out with our 0.6 release on August 31st of 2007. I'm trying to get the years right. We're now in 2009, so it's throwing me off a bit. So August 31st of 2007, we came out with our 0.6 beta release, obviously to much excitement. That was a surprise for us. We had no idea what to expect. We've been really trying to make the process transparent so that we could understand what the expectations of the market were. And I think that's something that got us really excited, really seeing the passion, the excitement, and the opportunity for a product like this. So before I continue, I want to just get a good sense of who's here in the audience. It's always interesting for us to get a sense of who's coming to these events and who's really excited about the product as much as we are. So with a show of hands here, who here is an online merchant that is using Magento? Okay, so a few, but certainly not much. Who here is a hosting provider that is specializing in Magento hosting solutions? Okay. And as I would expect, many of you are systems integrators that specialize in developing Magento solutions. Okay. So glad to have everyone here. I think this is very representative of what we see across the board. A lot of interest from companies servicing Magento and providing solutions on top of our platform. And that's exciting for us to see. I think you guys definitely are an audience that's very important for us as we continue with our quest forward. So looking back, I touched that briefly. We released our 0.6 version at the end of August of 2006. And, 7. Told you I was confused. And in 2008, we came out with our 1.0. This was March 31st of 2008. We had quite a few releases in between. And that was obviously a very exciting time for us. And you can see, I believe the next slide is you can see some pictures here. I believe this is actually from the 0.6 days. And on the top right, you see us basically collapsing. This was quite a task. Magento, that is, of course. And I think by that time, and as the picture shows, we were probably in the office for about 2 to 3 days. We've had developers that were so excited by what they're working on that they didn't leave home for a few days. It was an absolute amazing time to really see how we as a company really focused on the product and how much our team was dedicated to really providing the best solution in the market. So you see here one of our lead architects on the top right. This was actually the morning of. It was about 5 or 6 a.m. I believe it was, if not the release, one of the releases before it as we were trying to get this to market. And of course, Yoav, our CTO, who is right here, watching over him to make sure that he does. So Magento today is the fastest growing e-commerce platform in the market. Something that we're extremely proud of, extremely excited, and I think a lot of it is certainly because of the momentum within each geography, each market that we've entered. This is no easy feat. I think that it's happened faster than what we've envisioned. So we're very thankful again. We're obviously very excited to see what's next. We've got quite a few plans ahead of us, but I think the momentum and the traction help us understand that there's a true opportunity for Magento.